Hey guys, it's Norm.
And Adam.
Captain
Ish.
Adam.
Ish.
Are we in time zone trading? What's going on here?
We have not traveled back in time. I'm wearing my latest acquisition, my latest costume.
Okay.
This is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I love the movie Master and Commander.
Far Side of the World.
Far Side of the World. I love it. Peter Weir's film is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it when it came out. I think I saw it twice when it came out. There's a funny early Mythbusters story about it, which was one of the first stories we did back in 2003 was called The Brown Note. And it was, is there a frequency of sound that can cause you to lose control of your bowels? Mm-hmm. Now, we tested this with a great company over in the East Bay, Meyer Sound. They build some of the best speaker stacks in the entire world. And John Meyer and his technician, Roger Schwenke, who's a doctor of acoustics, has been an honorary Mythbuster for years. He's been on a bunch of our shows. On that show, we actually brought out 30,000 watts of subwoofers.
That's how low you had to get to
played the tone. I think it's 19 hertz at the highest volume we could get of this, which is very intense. Like you can feel like your spleen vibrating and everything. But John Meyer was really intrigued. He had never heard that many of his subwoofers in one place at one time. So he apparently rejiggered the sound system of their demo theater at Meyer Sound to accommodate a bunch more subwoofers.
Okay.
And so the next time we did a story with them, we showed up and he said, hey, I want to play you something. We've got this new theater, which is acoustically isolated from the building. The whole thing's like wood and on rubber bumpers, and they put all these subwoofers in. And he was talking to us about different media formats and how the SVHS was the format with the highest quality audio.
Yep.
So they had bought a copy of Master and Commander with this high quality audio, and they played it for us in the
new
theater. Just the first 10 minutes. The cannon battle.
Awesome, yeah.
And I swear you felt like cannonballs were hitting your seat. Wow. It was completely intense. Anyway, I love the movie, and I never know where inspiration is going to strike, but I decided I really want Russell Crowe's costume.
Jack Aubrey, yes.
And there's two, Lucky Jack. There's two costumes he wears. There's a formal military uniform, and then there's his wearing around everyday uniform. I wanted his wear around everyday captain's uniform. So that went through several stages. I found that one of the original costumes had been auctioned, so I had some really great pictures from the auction site of all of the garments and laid out and flattened, which is like the best reference you could get.
Is that what you find typically, that the auctions, when props are auctioned, the high-res photographs are up there?
It's one of the first places I look. And oftentimes the photographs that they print aren't the highest resolution, so I'll buy catalogs and I'll scan those prints and put them into my database. And then I found this seamstress, costumer, who works for the movies. Her name is Hannah Cattell. And we corresponded, and I gave her the commission to make me this costume. So what she did was she made me the breeches and the vest and the coat. The shirt is actually one of my old Jack Sparrow shirts. The boots I bought on a website, she actually weathered them. I should have white socks, but I didn't have white knee socks. And she just did a magnificent job. I even asked for it to be as if it was to be delivered for the film. So she went so far as to age and weather the buttons and the braiding. And
looks like someone spilled coffee on it and rubbed it around.
And someone's been sweating in this for years. That's the way it looks. She just did a truly stunning job. So then there came the sword belt. There are plenty of this kind of sword belt on eBay. I purchased this on eBay. And then there was the sword.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of information on the sword in the film that they went with this anchor motif. It's very specific to the film. It's something Peter Weir liked. And I was lucky enough to actually find that there's a Civil War era military advisor who does work for films, who advised the production on the weaponry that they used in the film. And I found this great description of the handle of the sword that he had made with a bone handle. He had them made in India. And I managed to find his email, and I wrote to him, and I asked him about details on the sword, and it turned out that he had one. He produced 10 for the movie, and I believe that those were all given to production. He produced another run of 10, or I'm not even sure if it was 10. He produced another run. Again, these were all ordered from the same place in India. So this is, for all intents and purposes, exactly the sword from the movie, and he sold it to me, and it was a lovely deal, and I've almost never come across that level of veracity in searching out a piece of a costume, to find the guy and to find that he still had a piece from the film.
Well, it's very difficult. It's custom made for the movie, so other than if you wanted to actually make it yourself,
right?
There's no way.
I would never have gotten it. So it really finishes off the costume. I think I see Russell wearing a watch chain in the film. I have a pocket watch coming from eBay now to finish this off. But why do I? You know what? We're gonna do a seafaring myth on the show.
And then you'll have an opportunity.
When we do, I will be wearing this for the entire run of that story. Mm-hmm. I will be perfectly outfitted. I have the chapeau bras, the captain's hat. You'd look at it and think it's a Napoleonic hat. Napoleon wore it sideways. Actually, the British captains were wearing them forward, and that's the way mine's fitted. And I also sent that to Hannah, and she aged and weathered that for me as well. Right now, it happens to be in Las Vegas. It's a long story.
Awesome, Adam, and it looks great, and hopefully we'll see it on TV sometime soon.
Absolutely. Someday, I guess, I realized when I finally got this, and I realized I had all these pieces, and it worked so well, it fit so well, that I will someday have to do a museum show of all my costumes. I think I've got like 25 now. I've got to do something where I set them all up, and you can see them.
For every occasion.
For every
Literally,
for every occasion.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, that's another edition from the Man Cave, and we'll have more on Tesla.com. See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.